Hi, so in this video I'm going to be going over the AQA additional physics topic of static electricity. Static electricity occurs when you rub two electrical insulators together. And electrical insulators are materials that do not conduct charge. So the opposite is a conductor such as metal, and if you were to touch a piece of metal and electricity was to be passed through it, the electricity would be to pass through to you because they conduct the charge. But electrical insulators do not conduct charge, and so they often are used as protective measures against people getting electrocuted. Examples of insulators are hair, rubber and plastics. So none of these conduct charge. Static electricity is defined as an imbalance of electrical charge on a material. So it's an imbalance of an electrical charge on a material. So for example, on the same piece of material, one part might be more positively charged and the other part might be more negatively charged. And this is why conductors cannot produce static electricity, because the charge would move straight through them and they wouldn't be able to create an imbalance. And essentially, an imbalance in charge is due to the movement of electrons. So whenever you hear the word charge in physics, it's to do with electrons. And you may know from your chemistry or your physics topics that electrons are negatively charged subatomic particles that orbit the nucleus of atoms. So the atoms of the material have the electrons orbiting around them. And essentially, when you rub these two insulators together, what happens is the electrons from one of the material move to the other material. So you can see here, these are our two electrical insulators, the green and the blue, and the blue gives its electrons to the green. And when a material becomes positively charged, it is because it has lost electrons. So if you think about it, you start off with a material which is neutral. So let's call that here, and it has the same number of positively charged protons, let's say 1, and negatively charged electrons. But if you lose the electrons, so take them out of the equation, all you have left are positively charged protons, which is why it's left positively charged. And the same applies if a material gains electrons or gains negative charges, it will become negatively charged. So this is very similar to ionic bonding in chemistry, except it involves large electrical insulating materials. And when the two materials have the difference in their charges, then they are able to attract each other like opposite magnets. So you can see that here. The positive and the negative materials are attracting each other. Thank you. I hope this video helped.